We live. What's going on? What's happening, everybody? Better late than never. We in here. What's going on? Happy Monday. How are you, friends, new friends, replay viewers, hashtag replay? How are you? What's going on? Shout out to all the replay viewers. If you've kept up to this point, let you know you're awesome. Drop a 1 if you feel the same way. Peter Sauer, what's going on, brother? Thanks for jumping in, man. Are you programmed for excuses? That's a big question right now. Are you programmed for excuses? Are you constantly making up excuses? Or do these excuses sound familiar? I just don't have enough money. But I have kids, so I can't. I'm just not smart enough. I don't know what Susie Q's gonna think. I'm just not sure how to get started. I don't know how. If these sound familiar, Melanie! It's my girl. Christina, what's going on? Thanks for jumping in here. Peter Sauer's live and in the building. Love it. Do any of those sound familiar? Because if they do, that means you're programmed for excuses. And I think it's actually a natural thing, so don't feel bad about that. Because I'm programmed for excuses. Most people are programmed for excuses. And the reason why we're programmed for excuses is because when things get tough or we realize that there's things that we can't do or overcome or we just don't know how to do things, we instantly come up with excuses. It's a natural human interaction. It's a natural way for us to actually limit ourselves from the life that we actually want to create for ourselves. It's the biggest thing between our visions and our dreams. Create an excuse. It puts on a sense of procrastination, but really what it is you're self-handicapping yourself. You're self-sabotaging yourself before you even get started. So when you're programming excuses, there's not really anything that you're going forward and doing with your dreams. Because you're stuck in an area where you just don't want to go forward. Maybe you don't want to proceed with yourself. So you make excuses, maybe next week. This is a perfect topic for this week because I think we need to think about if you're not going forward and doing things you want to do, maybe it's because you're creating too many excuses. So a reason why we create excuses is because I talked about in yesterday, talking about fear, we have a fear, sense of unknown. It's sense of uncertainty. We don't know exactly what's going to happen. So we create the excuse of, maybe next year. Maybe right now is just not the right time. There's time for all of us. If you stick to yourself and do what you need to do, you have more than enough time to accomplish anything that you really want to do. You just got to put your head to it. Another thing is, we sense the sense of failure, so we make excuses. We're too afraid to realize failure. But most people have failed over and over and over and over again until they hit success. You got to think about what it is that you really value and desire. Because you're not going to be able to just hit success right away. You can't win without losing. Because you need to have a sense of loss. When you have a sense of loss, then success tastes so much sweeter. So much sweeter. So you need to actually accept the sense of failure and not be afraid to that. Embrace failure. Because failure is growth. Thomas Edison made I think it was over 1,000 times he tried to create the light bulb. Look at it now. We're in the lights, baby. So it's all about failing to succeed. So don't make excuses based on failure. Because failure is going to come whether it is. And if you don't have a vision, that's a reason for you to create excuses as well. But what I think we need to do is I think we need to go forward and not make excuses of we don't know how and find a way how. How hungry are you? How passionate are you about what it is you really want to do? How much do you really want to make a better life for yourself and make a better life for everybody else around you? That's when excuses stop. That's when you step up and you start going to another level. That's when you start playing big. When you really value what it is you really want and you go forward and take those steps. Another thing is we like to do compare-itis. We like to compare ourselves to other people. We like to think about, I just can't do it because I'm not as smart as them. I just don't think I can do it because, she's killing it because she doesn't have as many kids. She's doing all the things because she has all the time available. Time is available and equal to all of us. It just depends on how you utilize your time. So instead of playing compare-itis, let's focus on our strengths. Because we are all truly a blessing. We all have things that are completely unique to us. Embrace the rarities of your life. Take your strengths and go forward and start doing things. Another thing is take an action before you start analyzing and making excuses. Because once you take action, you're actually able to do things and achieve the things that you really want to do. And then you're actually able to make a difference for not only yourself, but for everybody else that's closest to you and for everybody else that is watching you. So always going forward, advancing with yourself. Never cut yourself short with excuses. Never. Absolutely never. So I think that's what I have for you there. I hope you got some value out of this. And if you don't believe that you are absolutely a miracle and you are so talented and you are such a blessing, I really suggest reading this book here. Absolutely phenomenal. Drop a 2 because I can reach out to you and give you the best chapter in this book. It'll change your whole life and your whole view. Study that. Drop a 3 because I'd like to share with you what I have brought onto myself that's changed such an impact on my life and had me play at a higher level for myself. Still a work in progress, but get 1% better every single day, and I suggest you do the same. So, appreciate every single one of you that dropped in here. Thank you so much. You enjoy the rest of your night. Take care.